Good morning. Hello everyone. I want to introduce myself and share about my family. I am Azahro Mubarok. You can call me Isna. I was born in the year 2004 in the city of Jepara. I am now 18 years old. I am the second child of two siblings. I live in Jepara with my parents and sister. My family is a simple family. I'm very grateful with a family like them. This is my little family. There are father, mother, sister, and me. Currently, there is a new member in my family, namely my brother-in-law. She is the husband of my sister. My father name is Yahya. He is a superhero for me. He is kind, loving, hardworking, and always love his family. My father worked in the market selling clothes such as shirts, pants, and much more. My father is now 60 years old. My mother named Rofiaton. She is someone who is the best support system for me. My mother is now 50 years old and she worked to help my father sell in the market. They both always teach me about good things every day and always encourage me. They are both figures who inspire me to study at Muria Kudus University. They were great at sending me and my sister to college even though my parents graduated from elementary school and junior high school. I have an older sister named Aulia. She is 24 years old and now she worked at the Pecangaan Health Center as a nurse. She already has a husband named Lutfi and she works outside the city as a ship captain. My sister is the best listener. If I have a problem, I always tell him, and he always gives me the best solution. They are my best family. I love you, my family, very much. Now, continue to introduction of family of my father and mother. My father's name was Muhyasin and my grandmother name was Fatimah grandmother. They both died long ago, but it was grandfather who left our family first. They did when I was little. Grandfather and grandmother had 4 children and father was the second child. The first child is named Uncle Asir and his wife is Auntie Ani and they have 2 sons. The third child from grandpa and grandmother is Auntie Noria and her husband Uncle Samari. They both have 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. Father's fourth brother named Antida and he has 2 sons and now he lives in Kalimantan. Meanwhile, my grandfather and grandmother from my mother family, grandpa named Zuri and my grandmother named Subila. They have 9 children, 3 sons and 6 daughters, and mother is child number 8. Grandpa and grandma also died long ago when I was little. My mother's siblings are Uncle Mutar, Uncle Mutadi, Auntie Utami, Auntie Lika, Auntie Rofa, Auntie Kaina, Auntie Kusmiati, and Uncle Nurholis. My grandparents were great at being able to support their 9 children well. Grandmas and grandsons are very numerous, maybe about 28 children. Maybe about 28 grandchildren. Uncle Mutadi died a long time ago when I was little. All of my mother relative in Jepara, except for Auntie Rofa. She lived in Jakarta with her children and husband. And now, of a brief introduction about my family, and that is my family. That can be said quite a lot, and I really love my family. Thank you all.
Isna, we want to ask you start from me. What do you do to build a good relationship with your siblings?
What I do is always communicate well with my sister, like always telling me about my daily life.
Isna, what year did your parents get married?
My parents married in year 1997.
Isna, is there anything you want to do with your family? What is that?
Yes, I think I want to do with my family is to be able to vacation together and gather with all family members.
Thank you, Isna.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good morning. How are you today? I hope we are healthy and happy today. On this occasion, I want to tell you and introduce my family members. But before that, for those who don't know me, my name is Daffa Rahmadanti. I was born in Demak on October 28, 2003, and now I'm 18 years old. I am from Mijan Village, Demak Regency. I have a big family consisting of grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, 2 older sisters, me, younger sisters, 2 uncle, 2 aunt, and 4 cousins. The first one starts from my grandfather. His name is Grandpa Wagiran. I really respect and love him. He is very old. This year, he is 85 years old. The second one is my grandmother. She is the same age as my grandfather, and her name is Grandma Sawira. I hope my grandparents stay here when I succeed later. My nuclear family consists of 6 people, namely my parents, 2 older sisters, me, and a younger sister. I am the 3rd child in the family. We live in Mijan Village, Demak Regency. I feel very lucky and grateful to have a family like them. The next one is the parents. My father's name is Sukarno. He was born in Demak on January 25, 1965. Now he is 57 years old. My father is the youngest of 2 siblings. He has a handsome face, tall and quiet fat. My father had straight black hair, round black eyes like me. He has tan skin because she loves to work under the sun and has a charming smile. My father is a hard worker. My father's job is a photographer, usually photographing weddings and photo certificates or farewell school children from kindergarten to high school. At work, my father was assisted by 10 employees. In addition, my father also owned a photo studio called New Studio Daffa, a stationery shop, and opens a photocopying service in West Bekasi. My father is the backbone of the family to meet all the needs of family life. My father is a hard worker, kind, talk, diligent, generous, and firm in educating his children. My father usually comes home every 3 months or every time there is a family interest until big day celebration such as Eid al-Fitr and Adha celebrations. When my father comes home from work, that's where we unwind with vacation and do our family ties. Even though my father works away from home, I always make time to contact him by phone or video call. I ask how my father was, as well as my father who always asks how I was doing, how was my health, ask how my mother and family were at home, talk about what was going on at home, how was my college, whether my money had run out, and so on. Education for their children is the most important thing for my parents. My father has hobby is gardening and has planted almost all types of plants in our garden, such as mango, guava, rambutan, jackfruit, star fruit, and even medicinal plants in the garden. Usually during harvest season, my father distributes his harvest to my relatives and neighbors. My father is interested in cycling and badminton. Even though my father is a busy person, he goes back and forth between Demak and Bekasi to do his business. He takes time to exercise to maintain his health and fitness. Every Sunday while in Demak, my father always took us a family to cycle in the morning and play badminton. I like talking to my father. He is a wise man who always gives me great advice. I learned to be a hard worker from him. My father is the person I love and care deeply for in this life. He is a great father to me. I have a mother who admire. My mother's name is Sudile. He was born in Demak on May 9, 1975. Now she is 47 years old. The age difference between my father and mother is 10 years. Their marriage age is 29 years. She was born to parents named Desimin and Sutia. My mother is the second child of 3 siblings. My mother's job is a housewife. Every morning he wakes up earlier than the rest of my family. She prepared breakfast for us. She is a tough and patient mother. My mother has a kind character, hard worker, and does not give up easily in facing every situation in her life. Mother is the most important person in life. She was pregnant for 9 months and gave birth to us through great sacrifice. My mother is a person who I really care about and I love in this life. My mother loved chess and volleyball. When I was young, my mother was always a representative at their school to take part in the chess and volleyball competition and won many awards. So I have offspring in liking chess from my mother. My mother had a beautiful face, straight black hair, round black eyes, and a beautiful smile. She has the qualities that can make me admire and be proud of her and make me want to be like her. My mother is a motivator for me, an inspiration in my soul. I always pour out all what I feel and experience in my life. I feel relieved every time I share with him. My mother is a woman who is very precious to me. I really appreciate and love my mother. Maybe sometimes my mother has or even scolded me often, but that's because she loves me and wants me to be a better person. The advice and admission from my mother means a lot to me and is an inspiration to move forward. My mother is a very amazing woman to me. I love my mother very much. In the family, I am the third child. I have 2 older sisters and younger sisters. 2 older sisters have an age gap of 2 years. The first older sister's name is Amalia Vicadilla Apricia. Usually many people call by name Vika. She was born in Demak on April 14, 1994. She is 28 years old. She is 9 years older than me. Even though we are sisters, we have some different characteristics and personalities. My sister is a nurse, graduated from Diponegoro University in 2016 with cum laude predicate. Now he works in one of the hospitals in Semarang, namely the Central General Hospital Dr. Karyati. My sister is quite tall and thin. My sister has a pretty face, round black eyes, and a tan skin tone. She also has nice facial features. His face was small, with round eyes, small lips, and a sharp nose. People like to see her smile and laugh because he has a gummy smile. My sister is beautiful, but she always denies it. She has a simple personality, friendly, polite, diligent, and careful. She is also kind to everyone. She likes to buy me food and take me to the movies. But sometimes she can annoy my mother. She rarely cleans her room because he is quite busy. She often sleeps long on weekends because her work schedule is from Monday to Saturday. My older sister is a hard worker who I really admire. She is the type of older sisters to rely on. The second older sister is Nabela Melinda. Usually many people call by the name Bella. She was born in on May 14, 1996. She is 26 years old. She is 7 years older than me. Even though we are sisters, we have some different characteristics and personalities. My sister is a pharmacist. She graduated from Jenderal Sudirman University in 2018. Now he works in a pharmacy in Jepara. My sister is quite tall and thin. My sister has a pretty face, round black eyes, and a tan skin tone. She also has nice facial features. His face was small, with round eyes, small lips, and sharp nose. She has a simple personality, friendly, diligent, and careful. She is also kind to everyone. She likes to buy me clothes and food. Furthermore, my younger sister's name is Evelyn Zahabia Shafiq. She is the sweetest sister I ever had and I love her very much. She is 6 years younger than me. She was born in on January 9, 2010. Now he is about 12 years old. She had straight, long black hair and black eyes just like mine. Her height is about 157 centimeters and her is taller than me. She has the same hobbies as me too. We love watching action movies and Korean drama. We also like to cook together, although sometimes our food has a unique taste. In addition, he also likes to read novels, be it electronic novels or novels in books form. She is my sister who I love because she likes to help me whenever I need help. She likes to hear my stories and also likes to give me any advice when I have problems. She is a sympathetic person, so he likes to listen to other people's stories. That's the content of my nuclear family consisting of 6 members at last until now. And now, it's time to introduce my uncle, aunt, and cousin. Since there are so many members, I will introduce just one, okay? The first is my uncle. His name is Uncle Sumarlan. I know the names my grandfather gave to his children are very strange, but to me, the names my grandfather gave are unique. By the way, my uncle is very fierce, but he really loved my family. The second is my aunt. Her name is Aunt Paini. She's around 53 years old, so I'm quite close to my aunt. And they have 2 children, one son named Purwanto, and one daughter named Wulan. I have 2 uncles named Sumarlan and Giono. I have 2 aunts named Paini and Momoy. In addition, I have 4 cousins named Purwanto, Wulan, Giovanni, and Maggie. Family may not be a perfect family, but for me to have a family like mine, the support that my family always gave me when I was going through problems, it really helped me. I feel very grateful to have such a nice and fun family. That's all I want to tell today about my family members. Hopefully, after we all talk about family, we can become closer friends. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Aulia, we want to ask you start from me. What's your favorite memory with your family?
Okay, favorite memories with my family while on vacation to Yogyakarta. Many memories and very powerful experience we got while we were in the Jogja area. We visit many tourist attractions such as Mount Merapi, Borobudur Temple, and tried the good culinary in Vigilant.
Aulia, is there a favorite vacation spot with your family?
Yes, there is. My favorite vacation spot with my family is to go to the beach in the afternoon. Watching the sunset makes the atmosphere calm.
Aulia, we was the first time you met your mom?
The place where my father first met my mother is Jakarta. They meet while eating at a restaurant in Jakarta.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Good morning. I hope we are well and happy today. Okay, on this occasion, I want to tell you and introduce my family. But before that, for those who don't know me, my name is Iftitahur Rohmah and I am from Kandang Mas Dawe Kudus. My family might not be a perfect family, but for me, who has a family like mine, I feel that I have had enough because even when I'm sad or happy, I can feel with them. And also the support that my family always give when I go through something, it really helps me. I feel so grateful to have such a nice and lovely family. You could say my family is very big because my father has 6 siblings and maybe if I count my cousin there are 15 people and of course I can't tell you everything because there won't be enough time. Okay, the first one starts from my grandfather. His name is Grandpa Masti. I really respect and love him. He is very old. Maybe this year he is 80 years old. The second one is my grandmother. She is the same age as my grandfather and her name is Grandma Sujihem. I hope my grandparents stay here when I success later. Amen. The next one is my parents. Without them, I would not know this beautiful world. I'm very lucky to have them as my parents, even though I know there are many other happy families out there. They really love and fight for everything for the happiness of their children in a good context. And happiness for them is as simple as seeing their children's success. The struggles that my father and my mother made, I use as motivation, encouragement in achieving what I dream of. Maybe not right now, but someday I will prove to them that I can. By the way, my father's name is Junari and my mother's is Jasmine. I love them so much. And the next is my brothers. I have two brothers and I'm the youngest child. I have two older brothers, but one is married, so I have an older sister too, and they are already a good child. My first brother named Muhammad Ali Mashar, and I call him Kak Ali. He graduated from PGSD UNES, and he became one of the reasons I entered PGSD. My sister-in-law's name Nur Amalia. I call her Batlia. She is also a PGSD graduate. And my second brother is named Khois Rosadi. He said his name was cool because It was a gift from my grandfather, and I admit it because I haven't found a name like that. I call him Kakos. He prefers to major in management than PGSD recommended by my parents, but my parents still and will always support him. That's the content of my nuclear family, consisting of 7 members at least until now. And now it's time to introduce my uncle, aunt, and cousin. Since there are so many members, I will introduce just one. The first is my uncle. His name is Uncle Suka. I know the names my grandfather gave to children are very strange, but to me, the name my grandfather gave are unique. By the way, my uncle is very fierce, but he really loves his family. The second is my aunt. Her name is Aunt Zu. She's around 30 years old, so I'm quite close to my aunt, like borrowing clothes. Starting from my friends, and they have 2 children who are very close to me because the age difference between me and their first child is only 2 years. He was my playmate when I was little. Okay, maybe that's all I can tell about my biological family, but I have my friends who I consider like family, starting from my friends from kindergarten and elementary school. They were arguably my first friend besides my family, and I still keep in touch with them on this day. Then my friends when I was in junior high school, and still in close contact until now. There are several people, and my high school friends who are currently closest to me, but many of them are studying outside the city, but I still meet them on weekdays because some will return to Kudus. That's all I want to tell you today. Hopefully, after we both tell about family, we can become closer friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
Three, we want to ask you, start from me. What is the most important things your parents have taught you?
Maybe courtesy because it is a very meaningful for my future life. From childhood, my brother and I were taught to respect others and love others.
Okay, 3. Is there a favorite food in your family?
My family's favorite food is maybe my mom's cooking because my mom loves to cook it and it's always delicious.
How many years apart is your father and mother?
My father and my mother are 5 years apart. My father was born in 1969 and my mother was born in 1974.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. I would like to introduce myself and share a little bit about my family. My name is Yunisa or Nabela. You can call me Abel. I am 18 years old and I was born in Pati on the 9th of June 2004. My address in Yagul Village, Tugas di Subdistrict, Pati District. I graduated from Madrasah Aulia Negeri to Pati and currently I am continuing to the next level at Muria Kudus University. I took the primary school teacher education study program because my dream was to become a teacher. I am in Kudus boarding house at Avia to be raised in a coffee from the hair next to a red lake. I could harvest boarding house because the distance from the near campus was only 240 meters. I am the second child in my family. I have one younger brother who is a student in sixth grade. His name is Shafiq. He is 11 years old. And now he is studying at Madrasah Ibtidaiyah Manajul Huda Penggung. My sister goes to school on foot because the distance to school is quite close to home. My father's name is Umbara. He works as a mason and he always went to work outside Java. Currently, my father is wandering in Ria, which is precisely on the island of Sumatra. My father was born in the 1975 and he is currently 47 years old. He is hard-working father and loves his children, and my mother is his wife. My mother's name is Rumiati. He works as an employee of the Jarum factory in Tayu. He worked as a factory employee when I was 5 years old. Mother goes to from 5 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. Before working in the factory, my mother used to work in a saving and loan cooperative. My mother was born in 1985 and is currently 37 years old. People say that I am similar to mother. She is a mother who loves her children, and I am proud to have a mother like her. My father and mother are 10 years apart and they were betrothed by their parents. My grandfather's name is Lasimin. He is a farmer, and my grandmother's name is Kusni. He is a farmer too. When I was little, my grandmother took care of me when my mother and father were working. My grandparents have 4 children. The first children was named Dwi. The second child was named Jumiati. The third child was named Ristiani, and the last child was named Dewi Muntia. My grandfather's name is Muhadi. He is the father of my father, but he died in the year 2011. My grandmother's name is Kasirah. She is a housewife and farmer. My grandfather and grandmother have 4 children. The first child is my father named Umberno. The second child is Kelto. The third child is Jamilatun Nikmah, and the last child is Khalid. Thank you.
Yunisa, we want to ask you, start from me. What do you and your family usually do on Sunday?
Cooking and getting
Okay.
Yunisa, what do your family do when you get together?
cook and eat together.
Yunisa, what did you do today to help your family or make your family happy?
Help with homework.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.